Hello, what's going on everybody? Today I'm gonna show you this Polish version of Soviet bayonet, which is called 6H4, and I'm gonna tell you about my experiences about it. So actually, this knife has a pretty interesting story. Bayonet. It's a bayonet, but yeah, let's be honest. This type of bayonets are knives at the same time. So it has a pretty interesting story because it was produced in many different versions in many countries of the Eastern Bloc, like Poland, Bulgaria, or I think Eastern Germany as well. So it was produced in many versions, and this version is a Polish version, which you can tell because of the lack of the saw on the back. And I tell you what, I'm really glad that I own this because they don't produce them anymore. These days they are pricey and you can only get them at the second-hand market. And I believe this particular one, this Polish version, they stopped producing them in 1989. So it is at least 37 years old, this particular one, which is really, really cool to me because I'm 27 years old and it's really cool to me that I own a knife that is at least 10 years older than me. And it has a great sentimental value to me because I got this as a gift. I don't know, 10 years ago or 8 years ago or something like that. And I've been using it as my heavy duty tool. So yeah, it's been loved, it's been used, and it has a great value to me. And yeah, and back in these days, yeah, like before I became a knife guy, before I became a knife person, I was using it, and I was actually using it in a very stupid way, which I regret now, because yeah, you can see I managed to destroy the tip, unfortunately, and yeah, I wasn't aware, of course, that this is some kind of precious knife, precious bayonet. Now I know this, and I will probably baby this, this one for the rest of my life. So yeah, probably the most important thing that I want to tell you about this one is that this is a tough tool, you know. As I was saying, I was using it in a very stupid way, and it didn't let me down. It didn't break. So this is a reliable tool. So I must say, yeah, let's talk about the materials and the construction when we're talking about the toughness. So the steel is actually, I had to do some research about this because it is not some kind of obvious knife. As I was saying, you can only get it on the second-hand market. So I needed to do some research about that. And the steel is some kind of semi-stainless steel. It has chromium in it, which I can confirm because, I was using it many times in a wet environment and it hasn't been eager to rust. So yeah, it is probably some kind of stainless or semi-stainless steel. And yeah, but the handle is very interesting. The material of this handle, can you please focus? Thank you. The material is called bakelite. Bakelite, and this is some kind of synthetic material. And this is, I think it's indestructible. You cannot destroy this. I've never heard of the material that is called bakelite, but I must say it is reliable. It is like you can see that I've been using it for a long time and it hasn't been destroyed in any way. So yeah, almost everything about this knife is interesting. About this bayonet, yeah, because its bayonet is kind of different than a classic knife. But yeah, the steel is interesting, the handle is interesting, and the construction is also interesting. Because it is not a full tang, I'm pretty sure of that. But it doesn't matter because it is tough as nails anyway. And blade is a clip point, the blade shape is a clip point, and the grind is a chisel grind, which is cool because it's my only chisel grind in my whole collection, and I love that. You also have these things like this ring and this little, I'm not sure how should I describe this, but you know what I mean. It is a bayonet, so you have to be able to put it on your rifle, and you have this thing. And I have no idea what is this. You must tell me. You have the production series number 1508, which is also cool. And yeah, and you have this little hole in the blade, which cooperates actually with a sheath. And this is also a very cool thing, because you can put this this way, and then you have scissors, like a wire cutter, you know. It is very cool, I must say. The sheath is made from some kind of steel, and this part is actually made from rubber, so it gives you, yeah, some kind of isolation, yeah, maybe from, yeah, the electricity of, or yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure how should you carry this, because I was carrying this just in my backpack, but I'm not a soldier. I'm not a former soldier, or I'm not a military expert, so I'm not sure how should you carry this. Please let me know if you know something about that, because I think it's not you're not able to like carry this just by your belt, because this sheath is, yeah, it is not a classic sheath, you know. And actually this wire cutter, it works, you know. I don't have any wire now to show you this, but it is, you know, I I must say it is impressive that this is very, you cannot feel this now, but it is very stiff and sturdy, you know. And I've been testing it like a couple of years ago, and it does its job. So it is kind of cool, I must say. I like that. It's something different. Yeah, and I also wanted to give you the weight of this. 310 gram. So yeah, maybe it is not that heavy, I think. It is like, let's take a look. How many ounces? 11 ounces. And now maybe let's check the length. So yeah, as you can see, it is 10.5 inches, which is like 27 centimeters, and the blade is almost 6 inches. And I'm not gonna do a sharpness test here, because, you know, I've been using it as my chisel knife, and I don't remember when was the last time when I sharpened it. And you know what? At the end, I must ask you something, because yeah, if you're watching this and you've been in the army, for example, yeah, Eastern German army or Polish army or Bulgarian army these days, please let me know what is the soldier's perspective of about these knives, these bayonets. How would you rate this? I would really love to know a soldier's perspective of this particular bayonet, because, you know, my perspective is only a perspective of a knife guy, of a knife nut. So yeah, I've never been using it as a bayonet. I've I've been making a spear out of it, because yeah, you can put a stick in here and then you have a spear. So please, if there's someone watching this who has some experiences about this bayonet, please let me know. Me, as a knife guy, I must say I value it. I rate this very high, because, you know, it's never been the slicest blade in my collection, but it's always been there for me. It's been very tough and reliable. Yeah, it is a very tough and reliable tool. The handle is indestructible. This, how should we call it? Bakelite handle. It has this really cool additional features, because it's a bayonet. Yeah, this ring, which you can use to make a spear out of it, and this wire cutter. And so yeah, I must say this is a cool thing to own, and definitely it's staying in my collection for the rest of my days, because for the rest of my life, because they don't produce them anymore. And this is cool that this one is at least 37 years old, which is, yeah, at least, like, it can be even older, like, I don't know, 40 or 45, 50 years old. I don't really know. And this is cool, and I'm not gonna sell this to anyone, even though they are really pricey these days. But it's staying. It has this heritage aspect and high sentimental value, and I'm not gonna use this in a stupid way anymore. Yeah. So that will be all, and thank you for watching, and see you in another video.